Hello, everybody. I'm here today joined by Dean Brown. Dean is the Managing Director of Aureum Finance. They are specialist finance advisors with a focus on property lenders and also, of course, trusted land members. They're based in Milton Keynes, but they operate throughout the UK. Thanks for joining me today, Dean.
Hi there.
We have collected some core questions from our real developer audience that we would like to ask Dean and we would like to get his opinion on. So I'll just get started. First question for you is, what end valuers and funders work of? The same values before COVID-19, in your opinion?
It's an interesting question because at the moment, I think that the true effect of COVID-19 hasn't been realised in valuations. So a lot of the valuers are still valuing off pre-COVID levels because the comparable evidence and the sales that have gone through during the lockdown period and over the last few weeks, they've all been at pre-COVID levels because they were agreed before. I think what we'll see over the next few weeks and months will be an interesting time because we may see that it's a bit more of a buyer's market and perhaps there are some developers or homeowners that need to sell and therefore they're willing to take a reduction on the price to do so. And then you'll start to see some comparable evidence which is at a lower level. However, we may or may not see that play out. So at the moment it's pre-COVID, still at the same levels, but with a big caveat from valuers that they don't know where the market's really going.
Good. Very similar to this question, maybe from a slightly different angles. We've been asked what loan to value are funders working off? And this person who asked the question said that they found that they had to put more equity in now, given the current times.
Yeah, I'd say that that's definitely happened in the market. Certainly when the government announced that we were going into a natural lockdown, there was a bit of a reaction from lenders whereby they immediately sort of paused, looked at their current pipeline, looked to manage that as best they could and assist where they could. But generally across the boards, they all restricted their loan to values going forwards. So I think in the mortgage market, we probably saw 10 to 15% at least come off of max LTVs. In the development finance space, it was probably less so. It's probably more 5 to 10%. Okay. But what you did see is a number of lenders pull out of the market altogether. So, going to answer the equity point, I do find in the development space particularly, people are having to put more equity in or some mezzanine finance on top of that debt that they've already agreed because the loan to value has perhaps been restricted. So we've definitely seen that in the market.
Okay. Thanks for sharing your views with us. Much appreciated.
No worries.